When I was about 12 years old, and this was all the way back in the year 2008, my dad gave me my very first laptop computer. He always felt like we should be exposed to technology at an early age, and despite protest from the family, he bought two 13-inch MacBooks, one for me and one for my older sister. This exposure turned out to be one of the most eye-opening experiences of my childhood. It led to an absolute explosion of creativity. I could make movies in iMovie, and I could make my own songs in GarageBand, and typing was a lot faster, so I could type all of my writing instead of having to write it all by hand. I even found social media profiles to help me identify who I am on the internet. It led to this sort of age of exploration for me. I was able to discover websites like YouTube, where I found people who played games, and then led me to streaming websites like Ustream and Twitch, where I could watch people interact with them from the comfort of my own bedroom. I also found various fiction posting places to post my writing, and I've even found a community of artists to share my doodles with. Among those are the, of course, many, many social media profiles that I used. It led to this sort of snowballing that gave me a really liberating experience on the internet, with some exposure to all different kinds of people. The internet is a vast place, full of places to exist. But what if I didn't have all that? In a 2009 survey of 8 to 18-year-olds, only 36% of them had a computer in their own bedroom, and 33% of them actually accessed the internet from that computer. In a time where the internet is growing and changing so rapidly, how could the 64% without personal access keep up, right? This generates what we can refer to now as the digital divide. Quite simply, this refers to the gap between those who have access to modern information and technology and the demographics of regions who don't. Of course, with the divide I'm talking about, which is between American kids who do and don't have access to the internet, it's not as much of an issue anymore. More and more kids can be seen with smartphones and tablets accessing the internet as much as they want to. But for kids my age who experienced that divide, how did they deal? What did they do about it? I always noticed in my computer classes in middle and high school that I could pick up on a lot of these concepts that we were learning a lot faster than my other students. And that turned out to be a big issue for them. I had to explain things. And I know it's a bit of an extreme way to look at it, but in some cases, the people who have earlier access can have a leg up in the job market. If they're more comfortable talking about things, then they'll be able to get a job. But if not, well, you see how it can go. So maybe that could be some food for thought the next time that you see someone who is struggling with some computer skills. If you're more skilled, then you can help them help themselves, and all of us can in turn kind of create a chain of helping each other and giving more access to jobs, which overall can make the world a better place.